Welcome back to Car Future Wheelz. You're standing at the edge of a windswept overlook, the horizon stretching out behind you in gold and blue. The camera slowly cranes upward to reveal the 2026 Toyota Corolla Pickup parked at an angle, catching the light just so. The first words roll out like you've been waiting to say them all week. "There's a broken bar" is something different. This is something that shouldn't exist, but somehow makes total sense. You circle around it, hand trailing along the bodyline as you talk about how Toyota has taken the Corolla, a nameplate that's been synonymous with affordable, dependable sedans for decades, and stretched it into new territory. The pickup form feels like a logical extension for a world that wants utility without giving up city-friendly size or wallet-friendly efficiency. As you approach the front, the audience sees the details they wouldn't get from a quick photo online. The headlights are sharp, angled just enough to give the truck a subtle scowl. The grille isn't over the knee. Toyota hasn't gone the giant open-mouth route. Instead, it's compact and purposeful, almost blending into the front fascia with a black mesh texture and a single chrome bar running across the middle. Beneath it, the front bumper has a thick matte plastic skid plate look, and not real steel, but enough to protect the paint and give the suggestion of adventure. The hood has two soft ridges that run toward the windshield, guiding your eyes back along the roofline. On either side, small aerodynamic cutouts in the bumper hint that Toyota is still thinking efficiency, even in truck form. Moving along the side, you notice how the wheel arches flare just slightly enough to give the truck a planted, confident look without making it cartoonishly wide. The wheel design on this trim is an 18-inch multi-spoke with a satin silver finish, wrapped in all-season tires that look ready for wet pavement or a dusty campground. You mention how the step-in height is just a bit taller than the Corolla Cross, but not high enough to make entry awkward. The doors close with a reassuring thunk, the kind that tells you Toyota hasn't skimped on build quality here. The side mirrors are mounted on the doors rather than the A-pillar, improving visibility and reducing blind spots. The beltline sweeps gently upward toward the rear, where the short truck bed waits. At the back, the tailgate is almost minimalist, with Corolla Pickup embossed right into the metal. The taillights stretch horizontally, thin and modern, with a smoked outer lens that gives them a more premium appearance. Down below, the bumper integrates a single step on each side, practical for reaching into the bed without dropping the tailgate. The bed itself, though short, has depth. The molded liner has built-in tie-down points, and in the driver's side corner, there's a small covered cubby for stashing ratchet straps, gloves, or even a camp lantern. You point out that for buyers who don't haul drywall every week, this is the perfect size, easy to load, easy to reach into, and just big enough for a lifestyle full of weekend projects and road trips. Step inside. You open the driver's door and step into a cabin that feels like an upscale Corolla, not a stripped-out work truck. The seats are wrapped in soft tex on this mid-range hybrid model, with contrast stitching in a subtle copper tone. The steering wheel is leather-wrapped, heated, and has that familiar Toyota button layout. Ahead of you is a fully digital instrument cluster with crisp graphics that shift themes depending on drive mode: Eco, Normal, Sport. The center touchscreen floats above the dash like a tablet, framed by slim air vents. Wireless charging sits ahead of the shifter, with a rubberized pad that keeps your phone from sliding. The shifter itself is a short, stubby you-need-to-know column shifter here, keeping the center console open for cup holders, small storage, and a padded armrest. In the back seats, there's enough legroom for 2 adults or 3 kids, and the seat bottoms flip up to reveal underseat bins, ideal for keeping gear hidden. Rear passengers get their own air vents and USB-C charging ports. The materials are a smart mix of soft touch where your elbows land, and harder plastics where durability matters. This isn't trying to be a luxury truck, but it's leagues ahead of what most compact pickups offered a decade ago. You talk about performance, sliding into the driver's seat, the camera shifting to POV as your hands grip the wheel. The base 2.0-liter 4-cylinder delivers around 169 horsepower, aplenty for city driving, capable of cruising at highway speeds without stress. But it's the hybrid that really shines. A 2.0-liter paired with electric motors for a combined output near 196 horsepower, with instant electric torque. It feels more responsive, pulling away from a light. The all-wheel drive hybrid system adds confidence in rain, snow, or on dirt roads. The CVT, while not exciting on paper, is well tuned here, keeping the engine in its sweet spots without droning. 0 to 60 in the hybrid could be around 8 seconds, and not a rocket, but more than enough for this segment. The suspension strikes a balance, supple enough for daily comfort, but with enough firmness to keep body roll in check. Steering is light but precise, making the truck easy to maneuver in tight urban spaces. Under the hood you imagine a few trims for the audience. The entry model, maybe called La, comes with cloth seats, the gas engine, and all the basics for under $30,000. Step up to the Hybrid XLE and you get soft hex, bigger wheels, heated seats, and advanced driver aids like adaptive cruise, lane trace assist, and blind spot monitoring at around $34,000. The sportier say Hybrid might bring unique exterior accents, paddle shifters, and firmer suspension tuning. And for those who want a bit more grit, a TRD trail package could add all-terrain tires, a skid plate, and maybe even an inch of lift. You shift to a driving montage, city streets, winding suburban roads, then out onto a gravel trail where the AWD Hybrid confidently pulls up a mild incline. You narrate how, in the city, the Corolla Pickup feels smaller than it looks. So visibility is excellent, turning radius tight, and parking effortless. On the highway, the Hybrid hums quietly, with adaptive cruise holding speed and distance without constant driver input. On that gravel road, there's enough clearance to avoid scraping, and the AWD shuffles power to the wheels with the most grip. Fuel economy estimates: you suggest the gas version might manage low 30s combined, while the Hybrid could hit 40 miles per gallon or more, a figure unheard of for most pickups. That alone could sway a lot of buyers away from bulkier, thirstier trucks. As the sun dips lower, you walk back toward the camera, the Corolla Pickup in the background. You talk about why this matters. For years, the pickup market has been about bigger, tougher, more expensive. But there's a growing crowd who want capability without compromise, without feeling like they're driving something oversized for their daily life. A broken bar could be that solution. You mentioned Toyota's reputation for longevity. How a Corolla platform truck could be the kind of vehicle you hand down to your kid after a decade, still running strong. You pause, let the wind and ambient sound fill a few seconds, then smile. Whether this is the start of a new chapter for Corolla or just a bold experiment, it's one we'll be watching closely. And when the real specs drop, you can bet Future Wheelz will be here to break them down for you. You nod toward the truck, then back at the camera. Until next time, keep your eyes on the road ahead and your mind on the future. The channel logo flashes as the last shot freezes on the Corolla Pickup, bathed in sunset light. You take a final slow walk toward the camera, the Corolla Pickup sitting framed in the background. Alright, Future Wheelz fama broken bar, if you've made it this far into the video, you're clearly as curious about this thing as we are. And you know we're going to be tracking every rumor, every spy shot, and every official announcement until Toyota gives us the full truth. So if you want to be the first to see those updates, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and join the crew that's always one step ahead of tomorrow's rides. We've got more deep dives, more first looks, and maybe just maybe a hands-on drive of this truck when it lands. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss it.